Hello my friend, today I'm gonna try to teach you how to monetize order blocks with huge success rates and low risk reward ratios. The best thing that I love about order block is you can arrange your risk reward ratio. You may prefer to take more risk but get more profit in return. Or you may prefer to miss some trading opportunities but minimize your losing positions. The headline that I use for this video is not a clickbait. Order blocks are by far most profitable and successful price action setups, and I'm sure you're gonna understand what I mean with no indicator and 100% success rate after watching the whole video. Let's start with the first chart. You can trade order blocks on every pair and every time frame, but my favorite pair for order block is Nasdaq, and I prefer to use 2 hours and 30 minutes time frame, but I often trade on Bitcoin and other altcoin pairs as well. You may remember my last video, I taught the principles of order blocks there, but I'm gonna summarize here shortly as well. For an order block to be occurred, we need a market structure break. When we check out the latest chart of the Nasdaq, we can clearly see the downward trend of 2 hours time frame that creates lower lows here. But in the end, after this correction, the trend cannot create a new lower low and market structure break occurs. When the market structure break occurs, we immediately try to mark the order block area. But actually in this situation there is a breaker block instead of order block. That's because I haven't taught the breaker block yet. Let's consider we don't know the breaker block and trade with order block just by ignoring the breaker block rules. Let me mention the breaker block with just few sentences. If a range period occurs before the market structure break happens, we name it breaker block and mark the area of that range period instead of order block area. For a retest, price hits the breaker block but just touched the order block. In order to look for an entry signal, we should follow lower time frames in order not to miss the entering opportunities. I prefer to check out 30 minutes time frame for an order block of 2 hours time frame. On 30 minutes chart, we see the setup more clearly. As a signal, we can use this red candle and its stop hunting wick. But it's risky, so me personally, in order to increase my success rate and execute almost always successful trades, I prefer to wait for the swing price breaks, which is much more trustable signal than any indicator creates or much more successful signal than any candle creates. In order to find this price action break, I sometimes prefer to switch to a lower time frame once again. As you see here, in lower time frames we have smaller swings, and by making use of these breaks, you can detect your own trustable signals. For example, here we see a small lower trend, correction, another lower swing, then another correction, and break of this lower trend. These signals are by far the best signals that shows the market's way that it wants to go. Those kind of a signal only misleads you when a sudden market news drives to the price to an opposite direction. But when an important market news changes the direction, you already know really well that the trade turns into a luck event. If the market news is against you, you fail. Or if it is in favor of you, you win. The next key point while deciding the entry point is the risk-reward ratio. If we prefer to execute the position here, we cannot put our stop loss at this point because there is a wide range of order block area and it is highly possible that price might want to test it in a deeper way. So what to do? There are two ways to execute almost always successful positions. 1. Don't be greedy and put your stop loss under a deeper low and settle for one-to-one risk reward. Or just ignore the signal and accept the situation that safer trading style causes missing many market opportunities. But anyway, this makes you profitable and helps you to trade with incredible success rates. Or second option, wait for the price to come a deeper price level of order block, and this is highly possible cause you already learned order block concept in the previous video and you already know the market needs liquidity. Market is actually dying for the liquidity and eventually want to come a deeper level of the order block to create itself more liquidity, I mean more money. And when the price comes this low once again and breaks the range period with a nice bullish candle, that means it's your time finally come to monetize the market's move. By waiting your turn to come, you can execute less riskier positions and easily make at least 1 to 2 profit or even more by keeping away fear of missing the opportunities of the market. Let's check out order blocks on another example. By the way, as you see, I'm making the backtest on current latest Nasdaq chart, so I'm not choosing specific date or month to find successful order blocks. Here we have an upward trend this time, and after creating new higher highs, the price cannot create a new high and breaks the latest correction and market structure break occurs. You might realize that we have one more time breaker block in this example. Let me clear the difference between order block and breaker block. If the price had broken the level with long red candles without creating a new swing, we would have been an order block. But instead, the price made another swing for changing the market structure and then broke the level. And we name this kind of break zones as breaker block zone. These two really look like each other, but not that hard to distinguish them because order blocks break the market structure with only one move and with long candles. But if it creates another swing before breaking the last high or enters in a range period and then breaks, then we name it as a breaker block. Let me remind you, we choose the last green candle of the last highest high in order to detect the order block area. And for the breaker block, we choose the last green candle of the swing that breaks the market structure in order to detect the breaker block area. Right after the structure break, we switch to the lower time frame and wait for the price to retest that order or breaker block. When the price comes to the order block area, we expect market to create a stop hunting candle. If it doesn't exist like in this example, we may look for a price action break on a smaller swing in our order block or breaker block area. As you see, this red candle breaks the small consolidation period, but if you want to enter positions with less risk and higher success rate, I could advise you to get rid of fear of missing the opportunity or missing the entry point. Just wait for the chart to convince you that the price won't come back and send you out of the trade by hitting your stop loss point. This kind of a trading style might give you less risk-reward ratio but decreases your failures substantially. Let's take a look at another example. Actually, I have many other order block setups, but I don't want to keep the video too long. So lastly, in this setup, the price breaks the market structure with one direct long candle without creating a new swing or a range period. So when we detect the market structure break, we switch to the lower time frame and wait price to retest that zone and try to find a signal there in order to execute a long position. When the price comes to our order block area, we look for a stop hunting candle or check the smaller swings and try to detect another break in order to use it as a signal. With this long bullish candle that creates a price action break, we can execute our long position by putting our stop loss below the lowest low and can take our first profit at 1 to 2 level. Actually, this makes 1 to 3. And we can manage our position with the remaining half up to 1 to 4 or even 1 to 6 profit rate. In this video, I have tried to teach you both order block concept and how to execute your positions, how to arrange your risk-reward ratio by finding the best possible signals. I hope this video could help you for your trading journey. Thanks for watching till the end, I appreciate.